Hi, welcome to Cooking with Andrea. Today we are going to be making gumbo. It's going to be a andouille sausage and chicken gumbo. Right now I have 4 andouilles cooking off right here. After they're cooked, we're going to go ahead and add the chicken. And I went ahead and I started my broth ahead of time because it takes some time to develop it. So I used 14 cups of water. And I actually used my bouillon, and I used 8 teaspoons of bouillon because beef broth is very expensive in the store right now. So I wanted to find a better way, and I've done this before myself. I actually like the way this tastes. Using the cartons is much easier of beef broth than doing the bouillon. But I just wanted to let you know, I'm going this route today because it's a lot cheaper and it tastes even better in my opinion. Only thing you have to be careful with bouillon is the salt content. So be careful there. But if it is too salty for you, just add an extra cup of water. It's really that simple of a fix, but you don't want to go too far because your roux consistency is going to be it's going to be a cup of butter and a cup of flour. And then that's how we're going to make our roux. We'll come back and make our roux after I get the meats done. Wanted to let you know I'm going to throw 2 bay leaves in right now to get started. 1 tablespoon of parsley, 1 teaspoon of of creole seasoning, and half a teaspoon of Cajun. I can add more, but I choose to add less right now. I'm going to give it a quick stir, so as I'm doing all the other work, this is going to develop a whole lot of flavor. I went ahead and we're going to do 1 large bell pepper. I took my bell peppers out of my garden. They're very small, so I had to use 3 to make 1. I also did 3 little cloves of garlic. There's where I got that. And I have 3 stalks of celery. I have a whole onion. My onion is pureed, though, because I told you guys that I do not like onion chunks. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. We got the chicken and the sausage cooked. I'm going to try the broth right now. That's good. Got a little spice to it. And it's salty. It's supposed to be salty because of the bouillon. That's why I try not to use too much salt because that's going to make it really salty. I'm going to go ahead and leave my pot here. I am putting my 4 andouille sausage in, and I'm going to put chicken in. I have 4 chicken breasts that I've already cooked. I'm just going to let everything sit in here and marinate. Okay, now, if that was too much meat for you, my family, we like the chicken and the sausage. You can do shrimp and sausage. This is perfect for us because normally when I make gumbo, the next time I go to serve it, like I'll freeze it. And then the next time I go to make it, I end up having to go ahead and make more sausage because we don't have enough. Okay, so I'm going to put this back on and let everything just sit in this pot. Because on my chicken, the andouille has its own spice. And on my chicken, I put a little bit of lemon pepper and, fried it on the stovetop with that. So it has plenty of seasonings. So right now we're going to get started with our roux. Okay, so my pan is on medium high. I'm going to drop my cup of butter in. So for me, I'm using fresh butter. It's 2 sticks of butter. And one thing with roux is you have to start stirring, because roux will burn if you do not stir it. And I'm getting my 1 little bell pepper out. I'm also going to put my cup of flour, all-purpose flour. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting it in. And I'm going to start mixing right away. Because roux will be done when it turns a peanut butter color. Until then, you have to stir because it will burn. And if you burn your roux, your gumbo will be no good. You can taste the burn. Oh, you can smell the burn. It is bad. So what you want to do is just keep stirring. No need for arm exercises today because you're going to get your arm workout. And it's kind of funny because I'm kind of short. So for me to stir the roux, on my stove, I have to put my arm like this so that I can keep the momentum up. So what you want is a nice peanut butter color. So basically, you're probably going to stir for a good 15, 20, 25 minutes. Depends. But you don't want your stove too hot because people think, oh, well, just turn your stove up and then you don't have to stir so long. That's not necessarily true. That means the first time you have a hiccup or your arm gets tired and you switch, you will burn your roux. So what you want to do is keep it on a medium. And mine's like a medium high because, like I said, mine cooks really hot. Like when I want mine just to be a medium for a good simmer, mine's in between low and medium. But right now, I have bubbles in my roux already. My butter and my flour are mixing together really, really well. But it's all about stirring right now. So I'm going to stir and stir. And as soon as I get it a peanut butter color, we'll come back and I'll show you. Because that's when we'll add our vegetables. We'll be back. Okay, this is beautiful. Looks great. That's a great peanut butter color, in my opinion. So we are ready to go. What we're going to do is, normally I would add my onion and cook it first, but my onion has a lot of liquid. So what I'm going to do, and because I pureed it, I'm actually very lucky. I'm going to go ahead and dump my celery in. And it's going to seize up my sauce. So you got to keep stirring. And my bell pepper. And like I said, normally you want to do your onion first. Because what would happen is it would cook your onion better. But man, my onion is going to cook up really fast. Because like I told you guys, I cannot tell a food lie. I cannot eat onions that are chunked like my bell pepper and my celery. So now I'm going to put them in. And here we go. But you have to keep stirring. Stir, stir, stir. And once this is all cool, because the vegetables made it cool, you know you've done the right thing. It kind of seizes up, which is beautiful. Now I'm going to add my garlic. I'm going to bloom my garlic. Because now my pot is, or my pan is not scalding hot. So now what I'm going to do is just shake my roux out. And then I'm just going to keep stirring. And I'm just going to let my veggies cook for a few minutes. And then my roux will be perfect for my pot of liquid over there. Pot of wonderful broth and meat juice. Oh, I love it. I've already tried it. It's on the salty side a little bit, but that's the way it needs to be because you're not going to really add anything. Now, my only thing is normally I would add more seasoning, but it to me has enough seasoning. If you want your spicier, then what you would just do is add a half a teaspoon of either, I would say do the Creole, because I think the Cajun, or the Creole, because the Cajun to me is really spicy. Okay, this is all cooked up. This is all what a roux should be. We are happy, and we're going to thank our other vegetables for hanging out to show us how much I used. So I'm going to move this right over here. And then I want you to see my roux one more time. This is what it's supposed to look like. Now what you're going to do is, now that it's beautifully mixed together and it's been cooking for a minute, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in my pot of liquid. And then that's what's going to make our gumbo thicker and give it its flavoring. And we're going to let it cook for about 35-40 minutes. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put this in and I'm going to do a mix. And then what we'll do is stir. And then we'll come back and our gumbo will be ready to eat. So almost done. You're going to enjoy this dish. It's made from scratch, so it's pretty inexpensive. My sausage cost the most, and I got it actually from a local butcher here, and it wasn't even that bad. I think it was only like $6.85 for 4 pieces, which is fine. Okay, I'm going to turn my stovetop down, And I am going to put my pot on this side so when we come back you can see me and see how it looks. Okay, everything is dissolving. We're just going to get it all stirred in and we'll be back. Well, thank you. We are back. Gumbo is done. I wanted to let you know I did not show you guys me adding the okra. Okra I usually add about 5 minutes until we're ready to serve because I want the okra to I go straight from frozen into the pot, let it heat, and it just does it wonders because otherwise my okra will get really super mushy. So I just wanted to let you know, last step I added 2 cups of, or actually I added 4 cups of frozen okra. Just so you know. So I just want you to see it looks really delicious. We are going to enjoy this. We are going to eat good. I guarantee if you guys try it, it's a little bit of work, but boy, it sure is worth it. So I want to let you see everything. I'm going to grab a whole bunch of meat. I like the meat. The veggies are in there. Just want to let you see how it looks. I'm going to grab it with a fork because I just want to mix it around. And this is how it should be. I'm going to add more juice or more roux. It has onion. It has celery, bell peppers. Oh man, I'm so happy because a lot of it we grew from our own garden. So the roux color is a beautiful brown. That's the way it should look. So I think you guys should try it. I'm also going to put a little bit of green onion. This is from my garden. I just went out right now and I picked them from my garden. And I'm just going to add a little bit. But like I said, this gumbo is fresh. It's relatively inexpensive. I want you to also see it makes a lot. By you taking the time to make it, go ahead, freeze this. This is another meal. It looks like there'd be lots more meals, but it's not. You know, this will feed 2 people, you know, and normally I don't put it in like that. I put it in smaller bowls, but I wanted you to be able to see it and see the color and how it looks. So if you like the content, please like and subscribe, and thanks for coming in and cooking with me.